Param Vijayate Sri Kṛṣṇa Sankirtanam, total world victory of Hari Kṛṣṇa. Welcome back to another Bhagavad-gita class. Today we're doing Bhagavad-gita 325. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Sakarta karmaṇa sarkarta karmaṇi avidvāṁso yathā kurvanti Bharata kuryād vidvāṁs tathāsaktaḥ cikīrṣur loka-saṅgraham. Ooh, there we go. You did pretty good. Saktāḥ being
There's no A in there, it's Bharata.
sakrita being attached. Karmaṇi prescribed the duties. Avidvāṁsaḥ the ignorant. Yathā as much as. Kurvanti do it. Bharata, O descendant of Bharata. Kuryāt must do. Vidvān the learned. Tathā thus. Asaktaḥ without attachment. Cikīrṣuḥ desiring to. Loka-saṅgraham leading the people in general. Translation: As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results, similarly the learned may also act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness and a person not in Kṛṣṇa consciousness are differentiated by different desires. A Kṛṣṇa conscious person does not do anything which is not conducive to the development of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. He may even act exactly like the ignorant person who is too much attached to material activities, but one is engaged in such activities for the satisfaction of his sense gratification, whereas the other is engaged for the satisfaction of Kṛṣṇa. Therefore, the Kṛṣṇa conscious person is required to show the people how to act and how to engage the results of action for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. There we go. That one was a bit short. Going on to the differences. There's not many. In the original edition, similarly, the learned may also act has been changed to the learned may act. The learned may similarly act. That's just the changing of grammar. Similarly, the learned may also act. The learned may similarly act. Yeah. Not exactly sure which is proper grammar, but that is a pure grammatical change. And going into the manuscript, it says, similarly, the learned may act without attachment. So yes, it is sort of changing Prabhupada's writing structure, but it doesn't change, at least I don't think it does. It doesn't change the actual meaning of the translation. It's just swapping the words around. I know one of them is proper grammar. The learned may similarly act. Similarly, the learned may also act. I think similarly the learned may also act is sort of an older style of English, while the learned may similarly act, but without attachment. Sort of a new age grammar.
What's it say in the PDF?
It doesn't say anything.
Yeah, those are. So it doesn't have that change in there at all.
Oh. Is it going crazy?
It's okay to speculate, but your speculation must be a testable hypothesis. Yes.
Similarly, the learned may also act. What, like the manuscript?
Well, you generated a hypothesis about the nature of the change, older or something like that, and then you check to see, is that what Jayadvaita Swami was doing?
Oh, I didn't say.
Yeah, so are you saying that it does not have that change in there?
It has the highlighting means that it was changed, but there's no.
Oh no, so it's a change in the verse. It's not
And
in there. It was done. It was either done post 1983 or not in there. It doesn't. That's not a testable hypothesis, but it doesn't sound right to me either.
What?
That just seems like a meaningless change. Reverse the order similarly.
It's a change in the grammar.
And how does it change? Does it change the meaning?
Nah.
No. So have a look at the manuscript. What did the manuscript say?
The manuscript said similarly the learned may act instead of whoops.
So has it gone close to the manuscript?
Further.
Yeah. Okay. So
Accidentally closed.
it's a superfluous change, and it goes further from the manuscript. It seems to fit a hypothesis. Here's another hypothesis for you. You're trying to make enough material changes to the thing to be able to get some kind of different copyright on it.
Mm. Huh.
That's what it seems to be consistent.
Mm.
There's no motivation for that change, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, if you were writing it from a grammar guide, probably.
Okay, we're gonna bounce.
Yeah.
Online. Right on.
Yeah, so that is the only change. Maybe you can check. What would the I gotta sign in. Gonna get some sketchy website. Alright, what did it change? I just changed punctuation and stuff. Huh. I guess both work, but yeah. Sort of just a stylistic choice. Okay. Yeah, there are no other changes. Talking about the actual purport. Yeah, I find it interesting that it says a person in Kṛṣṇa consciousness and a person not in Kṛṣṇa consciousness are differentiated by different desires. It says this. There we go. See my beautiful face. It says this instead of, or it says different desires, and it doesn't say different actions. And then it continues on by talking about that. It may even act exactly like the ignorant person. So I've sort of had before I've had the thought of what actually sort of counts. Is it the actual act itself, or is it the motivation behind the acts? There might be someone working a sort of 9 to 5 job doing whatever, is a cleaner, or anything. And that might be, you know, in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And someone might also be working a 9 to 5 as a cleaner and not be in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. And, that's would be the same as someone who is doing a whole bunch of sankirtan and all of that, but their desire is not in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. There'll be some other sort of desire, or they'll engage in such activities for sense gratification. Yeah. Whereas someone might be doing sankirtan for Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So it really is about the desire behind the actions instead of the actual actions itself. And at the end of the purport, it says, therefore, the Kṛṣṇa conscious person is required to show the people how to act and how to engage the results of action for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So, they could be doing whatever acts, doing whatever, but engaging the results of those acts for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. You might be working the 9 to 5, making money to facilitate the sankirtan movement, to do whatever to advance the Kṛṣṇa conscious, your Kṛṣṇa consciousness, or the Kṛṣṇa consciousness of other people. Yeah. So whatever the results of the act, use it for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Well, the new mic sounds great. Yeah, thank you that you noticed that we have a new mic. It's a fancy one. Engaging the results of the act engaging the results of the action for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness. There we go. That is the sort of conclusion of the purports. Or not conclusion, but what is the conclusion is the last sentence. But that's sort of what I've gotten out of the purport. It doesn't say there implicitly, but you could say that the action doesn't really matter. It doesn't say to do specific actions. The specific actions that you would do would be your prescribed duty, which could be whatever. You might have the same prescribed duty as someone who isn't Kṛṣṇa consciousness, but using whatever actions that you do and engaging the results of the action for the purpose of Kṛṣṇa consciousness is the goal of the actions. Sort of already gave a contemporary application. If you're working a 9 to 5 doing a cleaning job, or maybe your cleaning job is cleaning out houses for people living at the temple, or whatever it could be, finding how to engage the results of the action for Kṛṣṇa consciousness. The Kṛṣṇa conscious person is required to show people how to act. So the whole finding a person who is Kṛṣṇa conscious, there's been a litany. I like that word, litany. Hope I'm using it correct. Let me check. Litany. I spelled it right too. It wants to load. It is strange. Anyway, what I'm trying to say using the word litany is there are a lot of previous verses that talk about the qualities of I remember one of them says the man in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So, there's a lot of examples of the attributes of someone who is Krishna conscious, exerts. Exerts, is that the right way of saying it? Yeah, the person who is Krishna conscious has those sort of attributes and does certain activities and stuff. And so here it's pretty broad. There's nothing super specific being said about what Krishna conscious people do. But yeah, here it says they're required to show people how to act and engage the results of action for the purpose of Krishna consciousness. Said that a few times. But yeah, someone who is in Krishna consciousness will, guide someone who isn't in Krishna consciousness or isn't fully in Krishna consciousness or is on the path of Krishna consciousness. They'll guide them to, how to engage the results of their actions for the purpose of Krishna consciousness, to advance them through the process of Krishna consciousness, because it is a process. It's not like you're a yes no. Are you Krishna conscious? No. Or are you Krishna conscious? Yes. There's no barrier to being a Krishna conscious person. It's a there's no requirement, not a barrier. There's no requirement, but it's a process to get there eventually. So yeah, that's sort of the contemporary application. Now, it's not. I guess yesterday's verse had quite a bit of stuff to it, but today not so much. Anyway, it's always good to read more. The today parts. I'm gonna read this out. Here we go. So I'm learning. the little line of the letter symbolizes saying it longer, I think, if I remember correctly. So pira aite hanga kore mahoayo mohoayo. Yeah, there we go. Mohoayo I mahi ana I o rato mahi me te waka piriki na hui hua ka taia e te hanga matu te mahi ai te rite engari ka ore hi wakapiri mo te taka o te ari ai te iwi ke te aratika. There we go. I think I did pretty good. Peria, similarly, just as. I, as like. Te, the singular. Hanga, people, group. Kore, without lacking. Mohayo, knowledge, understanding. Verb initiator. Mahi, work, perform. Ana, continuous tense marker. I, there. O, of. Rato, there, plural. Mahi, duties, work. I wonder why it has two different meanings for the word mahi. Is it the plural duties? Maybe it's because it has the verb initiator. So it's got the verb mahi and then not the verb mahi. Because it doesn't have the verb initiator. So it might just be not the verb mahi. Huh. Okay, interesting. Me with me e. Huh. Because I know the E sound is you could go me or me. So the E sound could be a or E. No, it's definitely E. The air sound would be an A. My bad. So me, no me, me with te. Wait, me, te, me, te, me. I'm not sure. That's interesting. Because I know in English the E can sound different. That's why I'm trying to pronounce it different. But if all the E's are pronounced the same, it would be te and me instead of me. So te, me, so me te. I think it is me. Huh, okay. Me with te, the singular. Wakapiri, attachment. Kai, oh, yeah, ki, kai. It's kai. Kai, ke, kai, two, na, the plural. Hua, results, fruits. Scroll down a bit. There we go. Ka, can, may, tehia, able to, can be done, by, te, te, so it'd be by, te, the singular. Maybe it is E. I'll have to find that out. I'll find that out for next time. Te, the singular, hunga, people group, matua, yeah, matua, knowledge, learned, te, the singular, mahi, work, perform. What was the other mahi? Duties, work, perform, verb, initiator. Huh, interesting. Yeah, there must be different meanings to mahi depending on what type of word it is. So I in te, the singular, rite, similarly or similar way, engari, but kahore, without, he, a, wakapiri, attachment, more, for, te, the singular, take, purpose, reason, or of, te, the singular, ahai, arahi, leading, guiding, I, to, towards, te, the singular, iwi, people, kai, to, te, the singular, ara, path, tike, right, correct. Okay. Huh. I never really noticed this before, but I always wonder why the Tereo word for word is so long. It's because I'm used to the Sanskrit word for word, which isn't as long. Because each word is sort of like a phrase, basically. Like it's a bunch of words, yathā, 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 as much as, and that's 3, it's 1 to 3. Sakrita. Sakrita is being attached. So yeah, there are multiple words, so it's a lot shorter. But anyway, to finish us off, clicking the wrong thing. Finish us off, going back to the verse. Sakrita karmaṇi. Sakrita karmaṇi avidvāṁso. Yathā kurvanti bhārata. Kuryād vidvāṁs tathāsaktaḥ. Cikīrṣur loka-saṅgraham. Yeah, I'm impressed. Reading getting easier. It's getting easier. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results. As the ignorant perform their duties with attachment to results. Similarly, the learned may also act, but without attachment, for the sake of leading people on the right path. There we go. Thank you, guys, for watching live, or if you're watching afterwards, thank you also. If you like any of the content that we do, give it a like. Can you even like on Facebook? I'm not sure. I don't use Facebook that much. Only for marketplace, looking at cars and stuff. It's always fun to see what people put on marketplace. It's usually like a lot of interesting stuff that you wouldn't normally see on like maybe eBay or stuff like that. But yeah, tag your friends, share it around if you enjoy the content that we do. And yeah, I will be back next week to do some more Bhagavad-gita verses. Param Vijayate Sri Kṛṣṇa Sankirtanam, total world victory of Hari Kṛṣṇa. Have a good evening, good morning, good evening, or good night. It is a good night for me. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hari Bol.